Finally, we are back!
We're
oh my
back.
god, computer, PC, finally done.
Yeah, in between recordings, your computer broke.
Yep.
That was something.
You know what was really funny about that?
Nothing!
Watching the look on your face when you realised you might actually have to entertain yourself with books and shit.
Yeah, that was...
I actually read a little bit of Carrie, which is unusual for me. I don't read. Ever.
Alright, so I'm just trying to get a hold of what the hell's going on here, so I'm going to guess and say...
special guest Barry. Barry!
Barry!
Yeah,
Oh,
Barry.
Bazza,
Big
the Baz.
Baz.
The Bazzilla.
It's not the Baz,
The
though.
B team.
You'll
The
see.
B-team, the big stuff, the right
shit.
man, the shiz, the ganja, the... I think I'm just...
I've immediately forgotten how to play.
You're an idiot.
But what other names have I got, though?
What other name have I got though?
Shit.
Puff? Blow?
That's right, it's just down. Yeah.
Yeah, so we are playing this game, which is nice.
I'm just going to guess, because I'm not actually sure how this game works, but you look shit at this.
Yeah. No.
It's...
No, he's actually pretty good.
Yeah,
Like,
it's been a few days since I've played, and
Oh.
I've completely forgotten.
The PC broke on us, so like...
Yeah.
It cost me $300, but I got a kick-ass new graphics card out of it.
Ah, bastard.
Gonna do that anyway, I suppose.
Which is
now
funny, because playing this game, you really can't.
No, very true. I don't think I versed this girl. Or I did, and I just didn't notice it because I beat her so quickly.
Yeah.
Oh no, she's using fireballs.
Yeah, I forgot you had that.
Yeah. Now I've got a fucking... and she bounces around a lot, so I'll just keep using this. Fucking
The last boss is gonna
boomerangs
give you a bit of a
everywhere.
bitch.
Yeah.
So you guys hear about that Jared Baden Clay dude getting found guilty?
Who?
I'm sorry, who?
There was a guy accused of murdering his wife, and he got found guilty and sentenced to life in prison the other day. The only thing is, like, what we've heard on the news does not sound like good enough evidence to convict someone on.
What was it?
I don't know, like, from what I've heard, and this is probably not the whole information, which is why it sounds dodgy to me. I mean, honest to God, I'm pretty sure he did it.
Dropped everything.
No!
I dropped everything, goddamn. Yeah, go on.
Alright, so the information I've got, and this is the information that they've generally released to the public, and again, it's probably not
Still
everything.
need to move it, goddamn.
This bitch wants your shovel dick.
Yeah.
Shovel dick.
First things first, there were scratches on his face, right?
Yes.
Which they believe a forensic expert said looked like fingernail scratches, but she couldn't be sure.
Okay.
The forensic expert said they look like fingernail scratches, but could not be sure. Right?
Okay.
So
Yeah.
instantly that becomes circumstantial and doesn't mean anything, right?
Alright, yep.
Because she can't be sure, that's not good enough to convict someone of murder.
I don't want to hear shit about that when it comes to evidence, okay.
Yeah.
The next one was apparently he woke up in the middle of the night, right? Mm-hmm. Put his phone on charge, and somehow didn't notice that his wife wasn't in bed with him.
Okay.
And apparently he was up for a little bit, and he didn't make a report until the morning. And
Oh, okay. That sounds a little bit more guilty then.
that sounds a bit dodgy, but again, what if he's a really groggy sleeper and just didn't notice? You know how groggy I get in the middle of the night? I don't notice shit that happens around me.
Yeah, but your wife not being there would be a instant red
Oh,
flag for you.
I get home from work, right?
Okay, go on.
And have full conversations with my wife, fiance, and she doesn't remember them in the morning.
Really?
Yeah. She's like, did we talk last night? Yeah, for about 10 minutes.
How... I think we should get we should get your wife checked out.
I'm going to get her tested. But, in all seriousness, some people are just ridiculously heavy sleepers and don't notice. Now, again, I think he's guilty. But again, that's not enough for me to convict somebody.
What type of armor is that?
I'm trying to figure out. I think it says press that twice and I do some charge thing.
No, it's 2 successful hits.
Ah, right.
And then there's, let's see, what else is there? There's, blood was found in his car that belonged to his wife. They could confirm that.
There's nothing in there, Jay. Like, unless you have like 3 or 4 grand, you have to buy these guys off and you get him as a boss.
Yeah, I understand that.
But you have to consider the fact that his wife's blood in his car doesn't really mean anything.
That's... Really? Why not?
Well, odds are you'd find my blood in my car too, because they couldn't tell when the blood got there.
Ah, I see.
They could tell it was her blood, but they couldn't tell when. And let's face facts, I've cut myself in my car before.
Yeah.
So
no, this
instantly, there's an alternate explanation for that.
Yeah.
Now what is that? There's 2 or 3 other bits of information. Oh yeah, he had a mistress.
Oh, that's not good.
He claims to be a loyal
I
husband.
didn't even know this was here! I had no idea. I got through the entire playthrough without knowing, like, this was here. What else do you get here?
that hat dude, when you beat him, he will show up there and like give you more money or some shit, and that's how you get that.
Oh, I've already got that. I got that with, like with an item.
So in addition to
Zubaz! Yes!
Oh my god.
So in addition to cheating on his wife, which they did use as evidence to say that he wasn't the loyal husband he painted himself to be, in addition to that, I think they said they had an argument earlier that day or something to that nature.
What they realised is the woman should stop being such a whore. I mean, like, that's definitely it, right?
But in any case, like, all the evidence put together, from what I've heard, I believe he's guilty, but I don't think there's enough to convict him on.
Really?
I don't think the combined evidence was enough. Like, because it's all circumstantial. None of that evidence is rock solid. And if there's any doubt in a murder trial, it's not guilty.
That's true. I mean, like, I don't know much about it at all, so I can't really give a yay or nay on this.
Yeah, it's just curiosity for me that it actually...
But we can input a methodology here. We can say that the methods in place right now aren't the greatest.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it seems like a dodgy method to be doing things by.
Yeah, I don't know, like, it just seems odd that he would get done on that. I thought he was going to get off on technicalities. Be one of those Michael Jackson, everyone thinks he did it, but...
You see, I think Michael Jackson got it because he had a lot of money.
Yeah, but let's face facts, he got off on a string of lucky chances, really.
What do you mean lucky chances? Wasn't it like...
Good, no.
Wasn't like, there like 13 kids that came forward or something?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
He had a really good lawyer.
Yeah, fucking oath he did. I mean, like, if you can get off, like... We gave him the first 13 kids for free. I mean, like... No, I mean, like, it's fucked up. I mean, I don't see how that can be done, but...
I don't know. Just a curiosity for me in our legal system that all that evidence together really doesn't paint enough of a picture for me. Like, the thing is, they deliberated for a long time, though. Like, they were gone for, like, days and days and days, and in that, they demanded a unanimous response.
Okay.
And that's interesting that they demand unanimous response, because eventually other people are just going to give up. And
yeah, that seems what it is. That just seems like a morale changer more than anything else. Yeah,
But I don't know, I reckon if it had been a judge, you might have got off. Instead of a jury.
Like, I can't hit Zubaz.
But one thing that did apparently bury him, he didn't speak at the end, at the summation.
Okay.
You know when you get a chance to speak in your own defense, one last comment?
Yeah.
He didn't say anything?
Okay. Why is that a bad thing?
Well, basically a lot of people are saying, if he's innocent, wouldn't he have had something to say? Like, you're not finding my wife's actual killer, like, how can you even suspect me of this? It makes, apparently in court, it makes you look more guilty.
Okay, that's a bit fucked up for me because, you know, like, that means nothing for me.
Well, it didn't... I don't know.
If you have a logical mind, then you will realise, of course, that no matter what you say right now, it doesn't mean shit.
Yeah, but you'd still make an impassioned plea.
Yeah, but so would a psychopath.
Yeah, but not making one...
If I did the murder, I would make an impassioned plea.
Yeah, so would I.
Sorry, I'm sorry, I had to keep on hitting him.
Yeah, well shit.
There you go, that's enough. Yeah, I mean, like, it's just...
Sorry, Zubaz.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you and your fucking Zubaz.
But apparently in court it makes you look worse, not better.
Yeah, that's dumb. That's dumb, and it doesn't have a good face.
Dumb and ugly. Yeah.
Ugly and smells bad.
You guys haven't seen the new Planet of the Apes, have you?
No. Planet of the Apes, no.
I watched the 1968 one, Charlton Heston, the first one the other day.
Did you?
Still holds up.
Does it?
It's still a good film.
That's the second Charlton Heston movie I've seen that still holds up.
Soylent Green?
Soylent Green, yeah. Soylent Green. I still think to this day it holds up.
Well, the Planet of the Apes, I mean, it is a little bit slow in places. Maybe the pacing's not as good as I would say. But that might just be my modern film thing of I want everything now and I'm sick of waiting for answers to questions.
Yeah, it's probably you.
But we're like 15, 20 minutes in before we see an ape.
That's weird.
But the whole movie's still good.
Yeah, but like, I'll tell you one, like, the movie that got spit on too much and I don't get why.
Go on.
Planet of the Apes by
Tim Burton.
Tim Burton.
You know what, after seeing the first one though, it did raise a few questions about the... I'd seen the first one before, but not really with a critical eye looking from the current context. Looking at it, things like why the apes would think the humans are stupid.
Yeah.
When they can clearly talk.
Yeah.
Like, that was a concern, like, I didn't even think about.
Yeah, I suppose not, yeah.
And then I look in the new one, the old one, the 1968 version, the humans couldn't talk. They were all mute.
Yeah, because they got lobotomized, right?
No, it wasn't even that. one human did get lobotomized, but that wasn't really the reason they didn't talk. They just didn't. They were mutes. They were, I think, optional mutes, though. I'm not really 100% on that fact, but overall, like when Charlton Heston's character came and he could talk, he was a real aberration. He was the only one that could. They thought humans were stupid because humans were essentially cavemen.
Ah, I see. That's pretty, like, cool.
Well, that makes a lot more sense.
So they're optional mutes.
Well, I don't know. In the movie, she makes the comments that there's nothing about humans that would explain why they can't speak, only that they don't.
Fuck's sake.
Like she says, I've done experiments on the speech tender. There's no reason they can't speak.
How intelligent are they? How intelligent are the apes in the old Charlton Heston one?
They're essentially people.
I thought they were cave throw, like they have TVs and shit.
No, have guns though.
Guns. Huh.
But they live in sort of a primitive. Star Wars, the Sand Planet.
Yeah.
Like they have little
Jawas.
houses and shit.
Jawas, yeah.
They have houses like Luke Skywalker's house with his uncle.
And yet they still seem to have these droids that can...
Yeah, there are some parts of their civilization where they have certain advanced technologies like guns and whatever.
We call that inconsistency.
Not really, because they actually explain that quite well with Dr. Zaius.
Oh, no, I'm not talking about Planet of the Apes, I'm talking about Star Wars.
Doctor says, dun, 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 Doctor says.
Yeah, with the Planet of the Apes version, they explain that they've deliberately
Dr.
kept
Zaius.
that type of science out of their lives, because there's one guy, Dr. Zaius, he's the protector of the faith and the minister for science.
Okay.
Which a lot of people, like the humans are like, how can you have those two things at the same time?
Yeah.
And he explains sort of towards the end that he is actually aware of the fact that humans were there on the planet before monkeys were.
Uh-huh.
But in their world, their religion states that's not true.
Okay.
And he defends it deliberately, knowing that it's a falsehood, because he's aware that the human beings that had come before them and had scientifically advanced themselves had also destroyed themselves.
Ah, I see.
That the technology they had advanced with ended up killing them. And so the person who protects the faith in their culture is tasked with keeping that science away and sort of limiting scientific advancement in certain areas so they can't destroy themselves.
Okay, wow. I mean, like, it kind of raises the question, would that be a necessity in like a...
Well, he allows them things like guns. Guns are okay. Bombs are not.
Oh, I see.
Things like nuclear power would never get past him.
Why?
Because nuclear power leads to nuclear bombs. Like,
it doesn't.
His job was to be aware of what technologies can and can't lead to more dangerous situations.
Yeah, I mean, like, nuclear power leading to nuclear bombs is about the same as a house cat leading to lions. That's about an analogous.
But that's pretty much how he goes about it, though. He errs on the side of caution, except with guns.
Yeah.
Odd that. And like Charlton Heston's talking about, like, he's partnered. He's given a partner when they think, because at first he injures his throat before he first meets them. So for the first, X amount of minutes, he can't actually speak.
Okay.
And he keeps gesturing to people, trying to say, I can write and read and I can talk. But of course, they think he's just mimicking people. They think he's just a human that's learnt to mimic.
Fucking...
That's pretty awesome.
And eventually, like, he keeps lunging at this one doctor who he thinks will listen to him. And she's got a notepad and pen. And he keeps lunging at her and they think he's trying to attack her. He's trying to steal the paper and pen.
Oh.
And like it's a really, I think it really held up apart from being a little on the slow end of things.
Yeah, well.
But the whole movie was really, really good. And then at the end, they find definitive proof that humans were there first and that apes sort of came from that and that technological advances were possible. And Dr. Zaius ends up saying, okay, you can go. You human, I'm not going to take you away. You can feel free to ride into the Forbidden Zone.
No wonder I died.
But then he arrests the two people he's with. He arrests them both, tries them for heresy. He goes, I don't do this happily, but I've got to protect the people.
Fucking hell. That's deep, man.
Dude, the whole movie's really, it's quite good.
It's quite good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite good. Yeah, you don't wanna go. You're but good.
Yeah, but like overall, it's definitely worth a watch and it definitely holds up. I haven't seen any of the sequels though, because there's more than one, isn't there? There's like 4, I think.
I have no idea. I'm not a massive knowledge base on Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, I'm quite certain that there's a few. And I'm keen to see where they go with it though, because I don't really know where you... Like, because the film finishes with that iconic Charlton Heston looking at the Statue of Liberty and realizing he's been on Earth the whole time.
Oh my god, I was wrong!
Yeah, that.
You finally made a monkey out of me! Yes, you finally made a monkey!
Yes, you finally made a monkey! Yes, you finally made a
that didn't work.
monkey
out of me!
Well
Dr.
then.
Zayas, Dr. Zayas, dun, 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 Dr. Zayas, Dr. Zayas, dun, 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 Dr. Zayas, Dr. Zayas, dun, dun,
Oh,
dun,
Dr. Zayas.
Dr. Zayas, Dr. Zayas.
You notice that I didn't speak the entire time you were going on and on about the fucking Planet of the Apes?
Now we noticed.
Is it because you don't like Planet of the Apes?
Well,
It's because
really knowledgeable.
I have, I'm not knowledgeable on it, so I don't really have anything to say about it.
Dude, no.
Fuck it.
When you're recording Let's Play, you go the Christian route. Even though you have no knowledge or interaction with the subject, you must have an opinion on it.
I don't believe, personally, that evolution stands up.
Except I've never read a science book or done any research into the topic, so my opinion isn't worth a damn.
Isn't worth, anything, or really nothing. Do both those work?
It's worth, in essence, less than nothing.
No.
Somewhere in the range of a hobo's ball sack and a monkey's testicles.
The way you just kind of inquisitive there, just somewhere between a monkey's ball sack and or testicles.